Prophetic messages from the Lord for the 23rd of September 2017. And this is a compilation of prophetic messages from various of God's messengers, all consolidated into a format presented to you. Please take every word you hear before the Lord for confirmation. The Father says, "The earth is pregnant and birthing out what is for this moment in time. The sons of Issachar knew the times and seasons. So be wise among your days. Do not misunderstand these seasons. I am not finished with my plans. I have said your best days are ahead and not behind. Listen again, your best days on earth are ahead of you. Am I a man that I would lie? You have a choice as to which voices you will pay attention to. Many say you are in the last days. And what if those days were still 1,000 more? What would you have to show for your time on earth? Be attentive to my voice. I have you in the earth realm for this generation and what I will send you to accomplish. Do not leave your post at such an important time. Let the bride arise to her place and authority right where she is now. She is not ready for the marriage supper, but she is ready for where I have called her to be today. Did you catch that? Enjoy your life and do not let another's fears rob you of kingdom purpose yet to be fulfilled. I have your days and steps ordered. I will not fail my people. I will answer your cries and I will deal with your adversary. Be busy for my name's sake, and soon you will understand what the fog has concealed. I am excited for what you will find just around a bend. Sometimes you must fight against the current, and other times just go with the flow. There are times that others are telling you to go along into wrong directions, so see through this. When I tell you to go along with what I am up to, then you are surely being carried by my love and grace. Many have followed bad religious teachings since their youth. I am removing the blindfold and raising up a new breed of leaders who carry my truth from the throne room. The Pharisees did not want to believe they had anything wrong. It spoke to their pride and reputation. Do not allow foolishness to block your advancement. I will ask you to discard some beliefs. Most did not intend to lead you astray. They just simply had it wrong. Move in love and grace. I am re-establishing order and authority under my Son in those places that have been lost. Re-evaluate what you know, because I am revealing the deeper meanings that have long been overlooked in my word. I will contradict your understanding of my voice and word when you are off. If you are open, I will end the confusion that has overtaken my bride. Many will miss out and stay on the outside of what I am doing by choice. Be willing and yielded. I am setting you free of what has kept you bound. Choose to walk in my knowledge, wisdom, and revelation. It is time for a shift and change. Does the grass look greener over there? Maybe that is where I desire you to pick up and move to. Many are so cozy where they are that my voice is being ignored. Would you stay in the wilderness if the promised land looked the same or worse? Look for new doors of opportunity. Expect the goodness of who I am as your heavenly Father to invade your life this day. Stop looking for the other shoe to fall and get busy in the fresh fields ready for your touch over the land. You were made for what is coming towards you. Calamity is not from my hand against you. If I am your rear guard, then why would I be punishing you at the same time? The giants near and far have a day of expiration. When you realize that I used the enemy to further my purpose in your life, then you will truly know what it is to walk right through a storm unaffected. Everything is used to make you on the potter's wheel. Be patient with yourself and your days just alike. The sun is coming out from behind the rain clouds. I am proud of who you are becoming. Live in the glory of highly blessed and favor. My beloved, release the mindset of less and lack. You will hold what you have faith to believe for in fullness. What the enemy wars against will only cause multiplication in your days. Soar, for now is your moment. You are going to make it. I am the author and finisher of your faith. Cling to me, and I will surely take you through. What you have waited on and come into agreement for is before you, closer than you think. Breakthroughs, far and wide, will soon fall all around your circumstances. I have not forgotten any matter concerning your life. My answer is still yes and amen. The view from above is beautiful. Catch the fresh breeze over the land. The earth is rumbling, and the Spirit is birthing much in this hour. Upgrade is coming to even those that did not expect my hand to lift them as well. I am not a boring or mediocre God. My joy is reaching your hands. The butterfly is emerging from the long slumber. Transition is upon my people. You will not miss your hour of visitation. You are so very special to me. Nothing will stop what is upon you from my hand and voice. There will be those who refuse to celebrate with you. Wash your hands and wish them well. I am giving you a new tribe that will support you in good and not so good moments. Friends that judge with stones are hardly friends. For is not there a log to be found in the eye of one and all? I am not asking for perfection. I desire a yielded life that will allow me to prune, mold, and pour out the overflow to those all around. You are that life. You are the apple of my eye. I want you to wake up to a life unimaginable becoming imaginable. Get ready for a strong finish to the 2017 year. When some aspects appear hopeless, I will reorder your steps. You are coming out of what has held you back for even the past few years. Many have watched others walk in the higher levels of gifts and wondered, how can I get there too? I am going to answer you with the desires you have long held onto. It is by my hand that someone reaches new levels. You must be faithful in what you have and desire passion for more. It is when you outgrow what I have given you that you will receive more. Many fail to notice the increase as they stare at the familiar. Do you value the precious gems buried deep within? There is more than you have even explored. But soon you will get a larger taste. You are in a now season that is different than what you experienced thus far. You will find a shorter response time from the moment you ask to the time that you receive. I want you to ask boldly before my throne. I have said your latter days shall be greater, so expect things to become greater and greater, not the opposite. What you are going through now will increase your faith and trust to manage future storms with ease. I am molding you into what the enemy will fear and be unable to stop. See above the circumstances and you will understand the way to go. Are you still trying to walk on water? What if I said you were capable of walking on air instead? Is there anything impossible in reality if you are mine? You limit what you think a natural world will allow. Since I created it all, I can surely go against the laws that you feel subject to. In the next 3 years, I will be dealing with those that rose up to mock you. The scales are balancing in this hour. Justice is in my hands. I want you to look onward, and not to what I am doing in these matters. Forgive and keep your head held high. This is what will honor me most. You are so very precious to me. I am wrapping you up in my love. Slow down to feel and partake of my glory in your life. I want you to remember that the church is to rule and reign. People have this all wrong. You are coming into a time in the next few years where clarity will hit the true bride. You will know how to command my power and authority. The land will be subdued under your voice. Heaven will invade earth like never seen before. The two will merge around my people. Those that doubt, an attack will not be included in this majesty. After all, how can one choose to tear down as a way of life, and then want to stand in the front line of what I am doing for mankind? I will give credit to those of righteousness, not those that cast stones for a living with pleasure. Remember, my beloved, worship brings heaven into your atmosphere. When you don't know what else to do, then just worship. Many think worship is for me. Worship is for you. It connects you to the frequency and power of my glory that isn't accessible any other way. Let your heart, mind, and soul and spirit become one to the rhythm of who you are in me. You were created to be fused in my vine and branches. Don't allow yourself to be cut off from what are your rights as citizens of heaven. I am here for you always. Be filled and replenished until you reach the overflow once more. You have not been going around the mountain for 40 years. Do you not see the benefits of wilderness seasons? I am with you ever present. Your resources will not run out or fail you, and you will come out much lighter than you went in. I am taking those burdens that you felt obligated to traverse around with. There is a difference between times of hiddenness and manifestation. Seasons have different meanings and purposes. I will speak to you differently, but I have not stopped talking to you. You must come up higher and notice new ways that I am spending time with you. Moses heard me differently than Elijah. Do not allow discouragement to take root. Try again, and this time walk in full expectation. Get quiet in spirit and ask me to show up and show out. I am not hiding. My throne room is open. The veil was torn over 2,000 years ago. Many hold on to religious beliefs, thinking there must be a complicated process to speak with me. Find that today I will override your mindset. I have much to discuss, and nothing will stay in the way of our communion. I am lifting you up out of the situations you find yourself repeating over and over. There are patterns you have allowed to take over your life. I want you to see a new perspective as I show you a better way. The path is becoming straight with deep revelation. Just as you cannot teach a baby all that they will ever have to know, you are as well still learning more and more with each passing year with me. I have much more to speak to my people. Do not close your ears. I am fully invested into every moment of your life. You don't want to miss a thing. As the year begins to close, I will be working miracles within your family and other close relationships. People who have been estranged will find home again. Those that felt lost and alone will find comfort. I designed you for relationships. New faces will emerge walking into the new year who will be a blessing in areas that you didn't even know were dried up. Watch as I check off every item on your hidden desires list. My will and good pleasure will you see change in what was barren year after year. The mistakes you have made do not define who you are or what I can do for your future. Decide to get up from the rubble and allow me to make all things new once more. These dry bones are about to rise, and I will bring purpose to what you have gone through. I will use your biggest regret to set others free. Have no fear of what man can do. What I give you, no one else has the authority to take. What the enemy did against you, I will repay beyond what was lost. When you stand on what was destroyed, you are automatically higher physically and in the spirit realm. You are as tall as the highest of buildings. You are walking into calmer waters. Understand in this hour that what appears in the natural will not line up with the peace I give you that surpasses all understanding. It won't make sense to some around you who will beg you to take this action or that action. Do not be alarmed when you have no desire to go into panic mode. Your maturity in me is growing rapidly. You are not who you were, even if you have not taken the time to notice. The next 3 weeks will be vital, and I have the reins. You just sit back and watch me break through on your behalf. Long-standing problems will just vanish into nothing much at all. Stand on the promises that you have been vigilant on. I will not fail you. Be mindful of your role in situations. Many feel they are merely following orders, but who is really behind those orders? You are not merely a robot doing the bidding of others with no thoughts of good nor evil. Who have you come into agreement with, even when you deny this truth? Many walk in fear to stand up or against the powers that be. If you will not fight for the land that I have given you, then surely you are in agreement with the enemy to take it by any means necessary. Will you roll over and submit to any voice? My sheep know my voice. But are you acting more like a goat today? Come together and be of one mind and one action. If you have lost your way, I am your way, truth, and light. I will set you back on course with new vision for my kingdom in this generation. Fear is not of my spirit. No matter who screams the world is ending, I am in charge of it all. Your latter days are going to be the most glorious, not a trash can of mere survival. You may just find that when you sit by my brook yourself, that you discover that many teachings on end times are wrong. You are learning to walk in full sonship, not living on life support. Because of the majesty being poured out over my creation, the two kingdoms are clashing with violence. Do not be troubled as my people hold the victory. Stand united, not divided. Many are afraid to stir the pot in modern culture. They are not sure the extent of their actions will turn into. If I have put that flame deep inside the earthen vessel, then step out. I am your rear guard. If I send you to it, I will protect you. What can man do if I am behind you? Will you stand or be counted out? Only you can decide how you want life to stand for or against. Some crave unending excitement, and others desire a simpler life. I will use both for my purposes. I created you unique, knowing what you would desire day by day. I will stretch you out of the days of comfort. When you agree with this, you will find many beautiful stories carved into the journey. I waste nothing in your life. You are a wonderful fragrance before me. When the world comes against you, I will hold you safely out of reach. You are on the winning side. Many are paddling their canoe all by themselves. I have a better way, my beloved. Let my winds move upon the waters and push you along to the next destination. Rest in the boat for now while I finish up the last few details before you meet the shore. Soon, the scenery will change and the past will fade away. I am for you. You were found by the riverbanks. You say, Lord, what does this mean? It means you found the source of everything you were in need of, my living waters. Many walk along searching for something more complex in their angst. I say, return and I will give you rest. Is there anything too hard for me? What idols do you carry that continue to get in the way of our relationship? Even your own hands will fail you without my strength. You were not designed to be apart from me. I have not asked you to figure out life on your own. I am speaking, so command your ears to hear and your eyes to see. If some can hear and see what I send from heaven, then consider my throne room fully accessible to you as well. What you will not invest time in will not open up to you. Be diligent in the things of my kingdom. You were created as a spirit. This did not cease when you became flesh as well. In fact, you will find the two aspects of who you are can work together in brilliant fashion. I am not concerned with where you start. I plan to take you to an amazing finish to this race. Stick with me, and you will find all that I wrote in the books about you manifest before your eyes. I cannot fail, and I will pick you up from any situation and carry you onward for my glory. There is nothing that I would not do for you. Your open door and chariots have arrived. Turn your head around and look forward. I am not in the last season, and neither are you. Check your watch, for time is speeding up again. You will have a short transition into the new lands and fresh assignments. What you thought would take months upon months will be done in a mere few weeks. What you felt overwhelmed to accomplish will be done with ease. I have arranged and placed order to your steps. The path has narrowed with stiff boundaries. You are right on track. Let my unspeakable joy and peace enter your complete being. Stop to look around one more time, for what you have seen and known is getting a heavenly upgrade. I am giving you a new view and perspective. The old one was considerably flawed and narrow-minded. You are growing into mature sons and daughters after my own heart. Do not cast your crown after garbage. Choose your battles with kingdom discernment. The distractions leading into dark alleys are unfruitful. Screaming at the darkness will not change the situation or the minds. Pray over people, even your greatest enemy. This is your source of power. Welcome to your divine day and hour. There will come the time where you will not be able to discern the heavens from the earth. For as you flow in my spirits, you will do my works, and see my will fulfilled in every situation. In all things, I will have my way, and the more you are submitted to me, the greater the blessings your eyes will see. I am going to take your earthly expectation and blow it to heaven and back. Laying your hopes and dreams at my feet did not leave you empty, it filled you up. You did not merely give up on your life, you have accepted my will, and now we are going with my plan. Instead of disappointments in your heart, I have given you strength and healing. Instead of being asleep in the deep, you will be walking as I have called you in freedom. Your long-awaited breakthrough is to have great faith. Your deeply desired freedom is joy and confidence in me. The deep hunger in your hearts for me is my gift. And the high standard of life you desire is my way, and you will find it in me. That still, small voice is mine, and you enter into my presence to hear it. Many times each day you are drawn to me by my spirit, but it is in my presence that I desire you to stay. I am drawing my children into my presence today, that all their heart's desires may be fulfilled. I see how you lay your heart at my feet. I see you care about what I think. I see you yearn for my strength and weep. I see how you wish to please me. What I do not see is that you fail. I am proud of you, and I will help you prevail. Everything you give to me, you will see me bless. In every problem you face, I will help. In all of your life, I have always been near. And for the rest of your life, you will see me answer your every prayer. In the face of the enemy, trying to use your past to argue your future, deny him space. Give him no room. I did not fail. My word does not fail, and I am not failing in you. Every step of faith is a move, and you are constantly on the move. Your steps are ordered. You are moving forward, and nothing will stop you. Though 1,000 fall at your side, and 10,000 have trouble near you, that is not your life. I am. Keep your eyes on me, and hold to who I am. There will be no remorse and no regret. I will see to it. There will be no misspent opportunities that I won't turn your way, and you will lose nothing that is my will for you to have. I will make everything work for your benefit, and there is nothing that I will miss. You are called to glory in the risen sun, and that is your life and destination. You are my beloved, and in you I will leave nothing undone. The season is upon you to see the goodness set aside for you, and you will delight in it. My children will have all that they need, and my beloved will not go about begging for seed. My life will blossom in them as I fine-tune how they hear me. My wisdom will flow through their hearts and lead them in peace. You are entering a season of great ease, like a come as you are party. Yet as you accept my invitation, you will find that you are indeed quite properly dressed for my party. The previous seasons of submission to my will, the relinquishing of your heart and all that is within, it has placed you right in front of my throne, empty of self. My response to your complete submission and trust is that you are now filled with my life, and you will now flow in my spirit. Trust me in the transition ahead, for the great change coming in your circumstance is not done by your hand. I have it set in motion. You are not in a season of waiting, but one of trust. You will experience freedom and peace beyond compare as your trust in me becomes your joyous confidence. There will be no delay of my perfect plan. Everything you need was given when you ask me in faith. There is no test. This is not a trial. You simply learn to receive as you waited in joyous confidence. In those few brief moments, you stood firm. A sweet affirmation boosted your confidence, and that is your core strength. I will see to it that you are healed, and like an adornment, I will be draped across your shoulders as you stand before me. Your house needed many things, and as you believed, you were built up in me. What you judge as being weak actually brought you to your knees to receive, and what I judged to be strength was given to you in great measure instead. Now, with that strength, you will carry the blessing you sought. For my will was to raise you up in this wonderful, terrible process to be my house, to walk in my ways, to know my heart, to live and breathe in my spirit. Nothing will be forgotten of your need, and as I move on your behalf, nothing will be left out. Nothing is beyond my reach, and there is nothing that I don't know the heart of. As you pray, remember my love. As you trust me, remember I am merciful and good. As you cry out, take a good look around. Are you not where you should be, which is right in front of my throne? Is this not my intended will that I should hear you cry out? And is this not the core of my will to hear you and gather you as my own? You are my goal. It is my goal to raise you up, that you be filled and made beautiful, to mirror and imitate me. You are my goal, as I bring you up to see me and how I delight as you walk in my ways and receive. No longer a rebellious child, your heart has turned sweet, and all of heaven and creation waits as perfect life brings you to perfection before me. You will now become goal-oriented, and you will never again miss your goal. In all things I will be your goal, and in me are all things given. You will not be disappointed, nor will you suffer lack. Your life has come full circle, for in me is beginning, completion, and end. What seems impossible to you is going to be accomplished through you. I will accomplish with what's in my hand. What couldn't be done with the strength of 10 men? In the face of the impossible, I ask you to believe and to stand, and your faith in me will move more, much more than mountains out of your way. What you try to hang on to you will lose, but what you entrust into my care will be given back to you. Now comes the day when you must walk by faith and in complete trust, and where your treasures is, that is where you will live. What you need, you will be given generously in the spirit. What you have always thought of as a good life will pale by comparison to what you will now have. I am about to enlarge your borders, and you will rise out of the small place you have been in. No longer suitable for what you will do. It is not where you are going, only where you have been. Do not fear the change. It is big, it is coming, and I will make it happen. We are just getting started. All that you have seen so far is just setting the stage. All that you have heard are mere echoes of what will be. I am about to shake the foundations upon which the nations sit. I will fill the sky and rock the earth with signs and wonders never before seen by man. What you ask is the point of all this: that every eye see their coming king, and every heart cry out for him. I, Mashiach, the King of all creation, the only Savior for mankind, scour the earth looking for those who embrace my truth. The warnings from my messengers and prophets have been declared for many generations, and now, as you see, the time has come for all to be fulfilled. The cries of the broken and contrite of hearts have been heard in heaven, and the just judge of all now brings recompense where it is due. As a loving father of his children, my heart longs to see hearts just desperate for truth, hearts that cry out to me through the destruction and through their sufferings. But as I look, I see many more still numb to the truth that has been presented, and I see them placing their hopes and dependence on man-made systems. I do not see many people falling on their knees in repentance, nor looking to me for their hope, protection, and provisions. Your leaders, America, do not publicly cry out to me in prayer for your nation, nor do they stand for truth based in my holy word. I hear words again such as, "We will rebuild and restore." But I tell you, this will not be. For as the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, so shall I allow the judgments to sweep this nation from coast to coast. As Babylon the whore will fall, you will not rise again to a mighty nation. But I will burn you with fire and destroy you with terrible winds and floods, bringing great devastation to your land. I will set you as an example to the whole world. What will be the end of all those mock and scoff me and blatantly disregard my commandments? This is not all I will do. You have only now just begun to see the shaking I will cause, as the earth will also violently respond to my commands for justice. I alone can raise up nations, and I alone can bring them down. I will shake the heavens, and I will shake the earth, and all that is will be undone. A serious and dire message this is indeed. But as I have spoken, the time has come. I hear the heart cries of those who seek me and love me with all they have. And you, my precious ones, shall see much, but only for a short while, and then I will draw you to myself. Do not despair, my faithful ones. Do not lose hope, for you know that I must do what I must do. I do these things to test and to measure the heart motives of all men. I see all and I hear all, and I have each and every outcome. Nothing escapes the great I am. Prepare in repentance, fasting and prayer first. Then prepare as you are able physically, knowing that I have my children's names written in the palm of my hand, and no evil will befall you. Your security is in me, regardless of what you see around you and what is imminently coming upon you. Watch, wait, pray, my loves. Your king is coming for you. Can you not hear the armies of heaven as they ride? You desire to know when and how the end will come. Your desire to know the next judgment to fall in your world, but I tell you this: when and how are not important. What is important is if you are ready for these things. Are you ready, my children? Are you ready to see the hundreds of thousands of people that will perish when my judgments occur? Could you bear to hear the screams in hell of those who die then without me? Why do you toil over things that do not matter when souls are at stake? When those you love do not know me? Spend your hours in intercession that I may save them. Spend your hours on your face before me, that thousands of souls may enter my kingdom before it is too late. Do you not know that many souls who do not know me will enter hell this day? Have compassion on those who do not have the peace you have, and lay up treasures in heaven while there is yet time for you to do so. When and how the end will come to be are unimportant. In this way, I can bless you while you are on earth, and also when you come home to me. If you will busy yourself with the work of my kingdom and learning of my ways, the problems of your present world will matter less in your life. If you will witness to those around you, learn of my word, and spend your hours praying for others, you will spend less time thinking of yourself. This is what I desire for my children. When you are in my word, you are near to me, for I and my word are the same. When you witness to others about me, you bring me great glory. When you are praying for others, you are spending your time in the desires of my heart. For my heart is that none would perish, but all would surrender their lives to me. My children, you are troubled about many things, but you should only be concerned about one, and that is to love me, to know me, and to redeem the time while you can. I have removed relationships from your life, that you may center your focus on me. I have shown you in your spirit activities that do not please me, that I want you to lay down. I am doing these things that you may draw nearer to me, my children, for your nearness to me determines how well you hear me. If you hear me, I can guide you clearly on safe paths in times to come. You live in tumultuous times. Storms of all types surround you now. Natural storms, political storms, personal storms. Because this is true, you must learn to navigate in stormy waters. You must learn to keep your peace in times of no peace. You must learn to be guided by my spirit only, in spite of all you see happening around you. I am able to guide you to safe havens in times of war. I am able to provide shelter and food, and all you need in times of chaos and famine, as I have done for others in days of old. I am able to protect you in the valley of the shadow of death, to shield you from the arrow that flies by day and the terror that walks in your darkness. Draw closer to me and learn of my ways, that I may shield you from all that is coming. I see your heart troubled. You have been able to discern the times. You will see with your own eyes the sign in the stars. You have wisdom. You know I am waiting at the door. I will open the windows of heaven. Can you feel my spirit? You will be required to make choices. Choice of life and death. Meditate carefully. The water had been stirred. It is muddy now. Do not go into it. Pray for understanding. The time is short. My children, I have told you the end of all things has begun, and so it has. You will see all that was foretold in my holy word play out, step by step by step now. There is a movement coming that will shock you. The enemy desires to be like me, and he is starting a movement to try to create man in his image. This movement, the fluidity movement, would be an attempt to persuade all humans to be both male and female. If you want to know the end of things, look at the beginning in my holy word. It is all there. Judgment comes to the unrepentant, for it is truth that speaks this day. A trail of tears leads down their path of destruction. Patience has been met with indifference. Speak now, Son of Man, reveal the travesty of nations. Open the eyes of the non-believers, for justice stands in readiness. I shall humble the proud and punish the wicked. In the twinkling of an eye, the wealth of nations shall disappear. Their own words shall be used against them. Fire shall rain down from the sky, and all shall bear witness to my judgment. America, you face nothing but waiting for fiery indignation. You have incurred my judgment, and you shall feel it. The wicked who reside in you shall feel it. All those who help to make you what you are today shall feel it. America, you have already been found guilty. Get ready. I would have washed you clean, but you refuse me. You have continued to push me out. Out, out. You did not desire to know me. Now you don't. I will cleanse America with fire. Only my remnant shall I protect. They shall walk through the fire and overcome to witness to others of me. For those of you who desire to be saved, please see the 8-pillar study in this channel, which will give you the basics of salvation.